Courtney 10 years ago would be like, Botox, that's for white people. Like, to be honest. But now I can do whatever I want. Hey, it's Courtney. I'm in New York City, about to go visit Dr. Love to try out Botox for the very first time. I'm very nervous, but I'm gonna see if it's worth the pain, the time, and the money, and would I recommend it to a friend? Let's see. So I really want to get Botox because I don't want my forehead to move. I don't want any lines here or under my eyes. You know, black don't crack, that's what they say. I truly believe that. But I do want to take some preventative measures. I just stepped into my 30s. I want to feel as confident as possible. I'm feeling actually a little nervous, not because of the pain, but mainly because I don't know what to expect. It's not something that's widely talked about in my community, I think, and it's kind of taboo a little bit. I don't have that first person experience from a friend who's tried this before, but I honestly think that whatever you want to do to your body that will make you feel more confident in who you are, you should do that.
Hi guys, my name is Dr. Love. I am a board certified dermatologist and I practice cosmetic and medical dermatology in New York City. Today we are in my office. This is Gramercy Laser and Medical Dermatology, also called Glam Derm. I discovered dermatology actually as a patient. Growing up as a teenager, I had pretty severe acne. I just had a really hard time finding someone who I felt like understood my skin. We finally found a Black dermatologist. The difference it made in my skin, my confidence, and the difference it made in really the entire outlook of my life inspired me to pursue dermatology. Black don't crack is a really popular saying. In dermatology, we like to say it might not crack, but it does sag. Fine lines and wrinkles appear about a decade later in Black patients than they do compared to fair skin. What that means is that in my fair skin patients, they may come in for Botox in their 20s, whereas I find that Black patients tend to come in more around the 30s. I consider Botox to be preventative, not a post-treatment. When you start Botox on the earlier side, you don't have to look crazy, you don't have to look frozen, you don't have to look like some of the things you've maybe seen on reality TV. You can actually have a very natural effect. And people really probably won't even know that you had Botox, but they'll just know that you look very glowy and your skin looks good.
This is my first time getting Botox.
Best appointment, my favorites.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
Tell me everything.
Where do you want to start?
What is Botox?
Great question. So Botox is a purified protein. It's called botulinum. And essentially what it does is it just decreases the intensity of muscle contractions. That's going to decrease the intensity of wrinkles when you make expressions.
Is it really painful?
I have patients who are very afraid of needles who come religiously for their Botox.
How often should I come back?
What I tell people, the way to think about Botox is that it is a wrinkle rest. The treatment we do today will last you somewhere between 3 to 4 months. So that's 3 to 4 months that you're not pushing into this wrinkle and you're not making this wrinkle worse. The one thing to be prepared for, it takes 2 weeks for Botox to kick in. Okay. About a week from now, you'll start to kind of feel like you see it, but it's really at the 2-week mark that it fully kicks in.
Okay, and so what are we gonna do today?
We're gonna do whatever you want.
Oh, great.
Do you wanna do a big raise for us? You're so great for doing this on camera. So essentially you have this line right here, and you can start to see that when you initially relax it, you can still see where the line is. Our treatment today is going to be focused on minimizing that while also giving you some just smoothing of the forehead. We're gonna put a tiny bit in your frown muscles just because we wanna balance out where your eyebrows are. So if we only treat these, you can feel a little heavy. Yeah. So we'll treat here and here, and then big smile for me. We're gonna do a little bit of Botox underneath the eye on both sides.
How much will this cost?
General cost for what you were doing if you came into the office would be $550.
I was gonna say $500.
Perfect,
wow.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm feeling a combination of a lot of things. I'm feeling nervous. I'm feeling excited. So I'm most excited to show my girls in the group chat my results. They have been super supportive of me exploring this and going down this journey. I am still nervous about being judged and people asking me, why do I think that I need to do this for insecurity reasons? So I'm feeling optimistic, excited, and nervous.
First, I'm going to remove your makeup. Again, this does not smell great, so I apologize. Your eyes may water. Perfect. Now I'm going to have you make the facial expressions and I'm going to mark you so that your treatment is individual to you. Raise your most aggressive raise you can ever do. Perfect. And relax for me. And then big raise for me again. All right, so now it's time for treatment. This is honestly the easiest part. We're gonna start with your frown lines. Give me your biggest frown ever. There we go, that's a real frown. Okay, and relax for me. You're gonna feel one tiny little poke, okay? 1, 2, 3. And that is your first Botox. Perfect.
That was easy.
That's it. So we're just gonna do that a handful of times, okay?
Okay.
Big frown for me. Grab this muscle. 1, 2, 3. And perfect, and relax for me. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to treat your forehead wrinkles. You can keep your eyes closed and just relax. You don't have to move, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Big raise for me here. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And then now we're gonna do the under eye area. Full disclosure, all of my patients hate this.
Okay.
But it's also everyone's favorite. So it'll be fairly quick. And smile and relax. Look all the way up. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Excellent.
Ooh.
And that's it. Good to go. All right, so you are all done. You can essentially go about your day. You can put makeup back on if you have somewhere to go. The big things is that you don't want to do anything that's going to move the Botox. So that's going to be no inversions, no working out, no cardio, no strength training, no Pilates or yoga, no massages, and no facials, and don't get your eyebrows done. You're good for normal skincare, and you can pick up everything completely normal at midnight, no restrictions.
Perfect.
All right, and then it will take 2 weeks to see your results.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. It's a pleasure.
So I definitely see where she poked me. My under eyes, it looks a little swollen under there. I definitely feel like I could put some concealer on and go about my day, which is great. My first Botox experience was amazing. Dr. Love was so caring, so informative, so thoughtful, and in the way that she handled everything too. She made me feel really comfortable and that I trusted her, and was a lot less painful than I thought it would be, but also in some areas a little bit more painful than I thought it would be, like under my eyes. It was definitely a little more sensitive. I think another thing that made this experience so amazing is it's hard to find a dermatologist that you feel comfortable with, who understands you as a Black woman, who knows my skin type, worked with other Black women. And I think that this experience was something that I could not have wished to go better. Thank you, Dr. Love. And with that, we'll see how I look in 2 weeks. So it's been officially 2 weeks since I got Botox for the first time. I definitely think that I noticed a difference. My under eyes seem to be definitely just a little bit more plump, like there's less lines. As you can kind of see when I do this, no lines. Like, I just think that that's so crazy. I definitely I have a line kind of here. It's always been there, and I talked to Dr. Love about this, and you know, kind of just saying that I wanted that line to go away, especially when I wear makeup. And it's like way less noticeable than it was before. Even when I do them, I'm so bad at this, but there's no lines here. Let me take my glasses off. I did have a couple of bruises under my eyes, but those went away like the next day. Overall, very, very happy with my results. As a Black woman, a lot of times cosmetic procedures or enhancements are kind of a little bit of a taboo, and it's something that I did not realize, or learn about, or I wasn't educated on. And I think that it's something that I want to explore more, something that I want to do my research on and learn, and have doctors like Dr. Love who can come in and really make me feel safe and comfortable and explain why things like this are, for me too. For the investment, the time, the money, the pain, which was very minimal, I would highly recommend this to a friend. And I am excited to continue down this journey. But overall, very happy